Hey, what's up, guys? Sandro Santowski. It's Saturday, December 11th, 2021, the last big pay-per-view of the UFC for 2021. And man, this card is stacked. I'm so looking forward to this. UFC 269, Oliveira versus Poirier. These are my official predictions. It's going down today from the T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada. Prelims start at 6, I believe, and man, I cannot wait. This card is stacked. Let me pull the betting odds real quick. So first fight of the night, we have Priscilla Cachoeira against Jillian Robertson. And looking at the odds right now, we have Jillian Robertson sitting minus 355. A comeback on Priscilla Cachoeira plus 320. Now Priscilla missed the flyweight limit by 3 pounds, so I think that's going to serve her an advantage here. She's definitely going to want to keep this fight standing. She didn't kill herself to make the weight limit, but I'm going to side with Jillian Robertson here, man. I was leaning Cachoeira earlier in the week, and Jillian Robertson, she's on a 2-fight skid here, man. She's just gone up against better opposition. Miranda Maverick and Talia Santos, and they're both higher up in the women's flyweight division. Miranda Maverick also fights on this card. We've seen how good Talia Santos is. She's going to get a big fight here soon. And Priscilla Cachoeira, she's been looking good as of late too, and that's kind of why I wanted to take her. She beat Gina Mazzani. She beat Shayna Dobson. I mean, Dobson retired. I don't know if Mazzani did. She's been fighting inactively as well. But I'm just going to side with Jillian Robertson's grappling here to get it done. I would never lay the chalk on that. It's absolutely a dog or pass at the betting window. But, yeah, my pick will be Robertson. Randy Costa against Tony Kelly. Another interesting fight right here. Tony Kelly, he doesn't fight often enough. Nice win over Egate in his last fight, who I thought was a decent level fighter. And then Randy Costa, I think he's coming off a loss to Adrian Yanez. Always looks good in the first round, and then he kind of fades. So the odds are minus 175 Costa, plus 165 Kelly. I'm going to take Costa here. I was kind of on Kelly to begin with. I'm going to side with Costa here. I think Costa does get it down inside one round. But, man, if this goes outside the first round, I mean, I could see definitely Tony Kelly taking over and just picking up a win here, or possibly finishing a fading Costa. But I'm going to side with Costa here. A matchup between two grapplers is next. Men's featherweight division, Ryan Hall against Derek Minner. And, I'm on Ryan Hall here, man. I just think he's the better, well-rounded fighter, even if this fight were to stay on the feet. Ryan Hall shows he has the cardio, shows he's got sick grappling. You're not going to sub this guy, man. I mean, this guy could lock up a leg lock at any point here on Derek Minner and finish the fight. Derek Minner, I don't really think can do the same. So I like Ryan Hall here, man. I don't trust either guy. Ryan Hall's performance against Ilia Topuria last fight was alarming, but I'm going to side with Hall here, man. I just think he's the better, well-rounded fighter. I think he's got more ways to finish the fight or pick up a win here. Aaron Blanchfield against Miranda Maverick. I was on Maverick to begin with. I think this fight is really a toss-up here, and I'm kind of excited, and I hate to see prospect versus prospect. Both these girls, I think, have a bright future in the UFC, man. Maverick had a disappointing setback in her last fight against Macy Barber where the judges ruled against her. But so, I mean, it just goes to show you, man, a judge's decision against you can have, serious implications going forward. I mean, she's going up against another tough fighter in Aaron Blanchfield here, and it's possibly because she lost that last fight, so I don't know. But Maverick is a minus 135 right now, and the comeback on Blanchfield is plus 125. Like I said, I'm on Blanchfield here. A lot of people are. This is probably the most popular betting pick of the week. Do not have a bet on it, but my pick is Blanchfield here to pick up a decision. Andre Muniz against Eric Anders. Here's another fight where, in my early leans, I believe I was on Muniz, but I've changed my pick to Anders. Anders is training that fight ready. I think this is his third camp out of there. And he should be able to keep this fight standing unless he gets hurt and rocked, or unless Muniz has really improved his wrestling, or Anders goes for a kick and gets taken down. I'm going to side with Anders here, man. I don't really trust the guy, man, to be honest. But, Muniz, he has got a nice sub over Jacare, but Jacare definitely wanted to engage in the grappling with him. But I'm going to side with Eric Anders here to pick up a decision. Next up, Bruno Silva against Jordan Wright. I think a lot of people are just, really... I mean, Jordan Wright finishes fights, man. Bruno Silva finishes fights, too. But to say that Wright doesn't have any chance in this fight, I think is bewildering. I like Jordan Wright here. You're getting two strikers. Jordan Wright trains by Anthony Hardonk in California. Bruno Silva, yeah, he's a high-level striker as well. Got a couple nice UFC wins here. The odds right now, I just think, are way off. Minus 325 for Silva, plus 295 for Wright. I'm all over Wright here, man. Wright is very capable of fucking finishing Silva. He's got heavy power. And if he fades, yeah, maybe Silva just TKOs him. But I'm going to side with Wright here, man. I think Wright is a live dog. Next up, Augusto Sakai against Tai Tuivasa. Just from a couple things I read, it doesn't seem like maybe Tuivasa trained that hard for this fight. It's hard to tell. I mean, these are two heavyweights, man. If Tuivasa connects early with him, the amount of training that he had in the lead up to this fight won't matter because Sakai's going to be knocked out. But Augusto Sakai is definitely the more well-rounded fighter here. If Sakai's confidence isn't shaking, if he can still take a punch, I mean, he went up against two hard-hitting hitters in his last two fights. Overeem put an extreme amount of damage on him, and Jairzinho just destroyed him. So, I mean, he may never recover from those knockouts, man. As far as fighting-wise, I'm going to side with Sakai here, man. I just like the fact that he's more well-rounded. He's got more ways to win this fight. I think Tuivasa kind of really has to finish this early if he gets him out of there. Dominic Cruz against Pedro Munoz. Man, both these guys look good, man. I think Dominic Cruz looks pretty good, too, at the weigh-ins yesterday. Minus 115 Munoz. Currently, plus 105 Cruz. This line's kind of been around pick'em all week. I just like Cruz's length and all that, man. I think Munoz is just going to press forward, and it's going to allow Cruz to do what he wants to do. Just move around, just counterattack. So I like Dominic Cruz here to pick up the win. Josh Emmett against Dan Egate. Man, about time Emmett returned, but he always takes some big damage. A lot of money just keeps coming in on Egate, and I'm kind of stunned here. I like Emmett. I think Emmett keeps his fight standing. I think it keeps it at boxing range. And I think Emmett just kind of controls the fucking fight, man. And I think Emmett may very well land something on Egate. It just drops Egate or puts him out. Egate's taking a lot of damage. Egate's a fighter's fighter, man. He's fought a lot of tough guys, man. He's main evented at least 2 cards. And he's Egate's a warrior, man. But I think Emmett gets it done here. Sean O'Malley against Julian Paiva. I think Sean O'Malley gets the job done here by decision. No bet. I think he's around a 3-1 favorite. So my pick will be O'Malley. Kai Kara France against Cody Garbrandt. Wow, Cody looked good yesterday. How will his speed and power translate, man? Will Kai Kara France have a huge speed advantage? We're about to find out. Money just keeps coming in against Cody. He's currently a minus 125. I like his confidence, man. If he wins this, especially in devastating fashion, he could possibly be a backup to the main event, the Flyweight Championship coming up next month, or he could be, in a #1 contenders fight. So I like Cody here, man. I was kind of leaning Kai Kara France earlier, but man, I think Cody's gonna have a big size advantage here, man. Jeff Neal against Santiago Ponzinibbio. Another fight where I was leaning towards Ponzinibbio earlier, but I like Neal now. Neal had that incident on Thanksgiving where he got arrested. Made weight, looks good. Ponzinibbio's talking a lot. Neal's gonna look to go out there and handle business, and I'm gonna side with Neal here. Amanda Nunes against Juliana Pena. I think Amanda Nunes retains her belt, and minus 900. Obviously, it's dog or pass at the betting window. And I like Nunes here, man. I don't really see Pena finishing her or getting the job done. Lightweight championship, Charles Oliveira against Dustin Poirier. I got on Charles Oliveira early here at plus 124. The line kind of skyrocketed to plus 150, plus 146 on Bookmaker. So I really kind of didn't get the best of the line. But to see all this money coming on Charles Oliveira is kind of shocking to me, because earlier this week I said he was plus 150. And I like Charles here against Dustin, man. I just think he has more ways to finish his fight. Not that Dustin can't. Not that Dustin can't out-cardio him. But Charles Oliveira just has something special about him, man, that, you know, I think that he's you know, he's on a 9-fight win streak for a reason, and Dustin's a good fighter, man. But Dustin's getting a lot of love for these 2 wins over Conor. You know, and don't get me wrong, he's fought a who's who, a lightweight, but he's taken a lot of damage as well, man. He is chinny. He can be subbed. He can be defeated, man. He's taken a lot of damage. And I like Charles here, man. My pick's going to be Charles Oliveira, man. Put some respect on that guy's name. He's the defending champion. He's the defending lightweight champion. And he's an underdog. I like Charles Oliveira here, guys. We're about to find out how these fights go down. These are my picks and predictions, guys.